sovereign or non-sovereign, some combination of the two. The future of banking, finance, and money itself is going to be digital. It is going to be token based. It's going to be blockchain based. The question is how to, just as I did at the CFTC, let's not sit back and let this innovation pass us by. Let's engage with it. Let's get the balance right between privacy and national stability and law enforcement.
What's up, guys? Mickle here, and in this video, I want to talk about another big lie the SEC might have just got caught in. And guys, this has serious implications with both Ripple and the Ethereum free pass speech. I also want to talk about how politics are playing into the current Ripple SEC situation. Guys, it looks like there is currently something very interesting going on behind the scenes that could position Ripple alongside the current administration. Guys, make sure to stick around for that. I want to show you something very interesting that not a lot of people are talking about. Like always, guys, your support means so much to this channel. If you want to see more videos just like this, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button down below and turn on bell notifications. These three simple things go such a long way in helping this channel grow, and it really does mean so much to me. If you guys ever need a good place to buy some XRP, make sure to check out my link for Uphold down in the description below. Uphold is my favorite place to buy and sell XRP. With that said though, guys, let's jump right into the video, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. So guys, real quick, moomoo just upped their holiday promotion, and you can now win 20 free stocks if you sign up with moomoo using the link in the description of this video. Guys, you can also win a chance to win $60,000 in their holiday sweepstakes. Guys, moomoo is an awesome trading platform. They have a great interface and they're regulated. So guys, do not miss out on this opportunity to get some free money, and go sign up with moomoo now using the link in the description of this video. So guys, I want to start this video off and show you something very sketchy that just got released in regards to the SEC. Now, this was actually found by Stephen Hubert, and guys, I honestly cannot believe some of the stuff this guy finds. It's absolutely insane, and what I'm going to show you right now literally proves that the SEC is much more of a criminal agency than a regulator. Stephen Hubert tweeted out, on June 14th, 2018, Hinman meets with Ripple for 2 hours in Washington. At the same time, he is in San Francisco to give his famous Ethereum free pass speech, according to his SEC public calendars. I'd venture to say that Bill had not only criminal conflicts of interest, but also conflicts of places and time. The SEC is a criminal organization. So guys, what Stephen Hubert is showing us here is very significant. According to Bill Hinman's public calendar issued by the SEC, he was meeting with Ripple in Washington, D.C., the same exact time that he was actually in San Francisco giving his Ethereum free pass speech. Guys, obviously this is absolutely impossible, but what it does show us is that the SEC has been forging some of these public calendars. Obviously, it's impossible that Bill Hinman was in San Francisco doing his Ethereum free pass speech and at the same exact time meeting with Ripple in Washington, D.C. A lot of people have been looking to these SEC public calendars to try to see if we could find any conflicts of interest going on there, but I think this shows us that there is no way anything bad is going to show up in these public calendars. That's because we already know, based on this situation right here, the SEC is willing to change the public calendar for whatever reason they deem fit. Now, we don't actually know why they made this change to his public calendar, but the fact of the matter is they clearly did, because there's no way he was in two completely different parts of the country at the same time. I think just shows us that the SEC's resources cannot be trusted. They are willing to manipulate data to try to make their case look better. And guys, this is a great example of this. I think this just shows, and Stephen Hubert put it best, the SEC is a criminal organization. They're not looking to put facts forward to the court. Instead, they're trying to do whatever they can to make themselves look like they're on the right side of the law. Guys, unfortunately for the SEC, when they brought this case against Ripple, they were not expecting the power of the XRP army. There is no way they were expecting anyone to be digging up stuff like this. But guys, I just think this is very important to consider, because a lot of people put a lot of weight on these public calendars, and I just think this shows that nothing we get from the SEC can really be trusted at all. And guys, I have a feeling this goes for all the FOIA requests different people in the XRP community have been sending the SEC also. A lot of people are expecting the SEC to follow the law and actually send the documents they're supposed to be sending. Guys, I highly doubt that's going to happen, and based on seeing this, the SEC is just going to do whatever they want, and the only way they're actually going to be held accountable is if they literally get caught in the act. So guys, now I want to move on and show you a clip from Jeremy Hogan's video the other day where he talks about Ripple's chances of winning this case versus the SEC's. And guys, I just want to break down Ripple's argument in a very simple way, because I think I can really give you guys a good idea of how absurd what the SEC is saying really is based off this clip by Jeremy Hogan. So listen up closely to this.
So, in conclusion, the legal brief's official lawsuit prediction is a 50.12% chance of a Ripple win, a 29.88% chance the SEC wins with a possible Ripple loss but win in there, a 19.11% chance of a draw this round with a trial in 2023, and a 5 to 7% chance of something unexpected.
So guys, as Jeremy Hogan said right there, he believes there's a 50% chance Ripple's going to win. So the reason I think this has the highest percent chance of winning is because the fact of the matter is when Ripple sold XRP, they did not give any obligations to Ripple the company to XRP holders. What I mean by this is think of me just selling you something random on the street. You don't have any obligation to get any part of my business based on me selling you something. That is a pure sale of an asset and there's no securities offering. This is what happened when Ripple sold XRP, and it's very obvious based on the evidence of this case. The SEC could not find a single example in which Ripple actually sold a contract to XRP holders, giving them rights to Ripple the company. This is very important, and you can see examples of this happening every single day. Think about what happens when Apple sells you an iPhone. You get the iPhone and you use it, but you don't get any rights to Apple the company. This is exactly what happened with Ripple and the biggest problem with the SEC's case. I think that's why Jeremy Hogan really thinks Ripple has a solid chance of winning this thing at summary judgment. Now, a lot of people got freaked out when they heard Jeremy Hogan say there was actually a 29% chance that the SEC could win and Ripple could maybe get a small win in there. I think a lot of people aren't factoring in the fact that it is very probable that the judge could look at this case and say, okay, well, Ripple actually did package XRP as a security. But that doesn't necessarily mean that XRP holders have to lose too. It's very probable that the court can actually rule that Ripple did violate securities laws, but XRP traded in the secondary market is not a security. So even though that would be a loss for Ripple, it would not be a loss for XRP holders. So I think the chances that XRP holders actually get out of this case with a win is actually much larger than Ripple's chances. And that's not to say it's doom and gloom for Ripple. Ripple could lose this case, and as long as they don't go bankrupt, that's fine for Ripple. They move on, they register their sales of XRP, and maybe that's an annoyance going forward, but there's no way they couldn't get around it. The important part to note is Jeremy Hogan doesn't really cover what are the chances that XRP itself comes out of this case with clarity, not as a security. And guys, I think the chances for that are actually higher than ever. We just learned the other day when LBRY lost their case big to the SEC is still losing on trying to call LBRY in the secondary market, trading between people a securities transaction. That's because LBRY, the company, is now gone because of the SEC. It was bankrupted, and LBC is still trading. This is direct proof that the SEC's theory that the token itself is a security is completely wrong, and I think this just goes to show, no matter what the SEC tries to do in this case, it is very likely that XRP holders are going to make it out with clarity that the token itself is not a security, so I actually think XRP holders likely have about a 75% chance of winning this case, while Ripple could have slightly lower odds, but guys, I think me and Jeremy Hogan both agree that Ripple's argument is still very strong, and either way, they're looking very good going into summary judgment. So guys, now I want to move on and talk about some very interesting politics right now between the current administration and Ripple, and this has to do with the Ripple SEC case also, and guys, there are some very interesting connections that I want to draw for you guys here. First of all, Linda P. Jones put out this quote, and this is what really got me thinking. It says, "In politics, nothing happens by accident. If it happens, you can bet it was planned that way. Franklin D. Roosevelt." And guys, this is a very interesting quote because we know that Ripple is not some ordinary company. Ripple met with the Treasury, Federal Reserve, Bank of America, HSBC, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, BlackRock, WEF, IRS, FTC, FBI, State Department, Judge Netburn, BIS, Group of 30, BNY, IMF, Amazon, FinCEN, BOA, and the SEC. Guys, this is not a normal list for a company to be meeting with when some small startup. So what this shows is that the SEC going after Ripple, based on this quote right here, probably wasn't some coincidence. If you meet with this level of people, there's probably a larger plan going on behind the scenes, and I don't think that's a lot of speculation. Well, guys, what do we see happening right now? Well, we see Rosie Rios, one of the board members at Ripple, meeting all the time with the current administration. Guys, this is the current Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen of the United States, and Rosie Rios is meeting with her. Janet Yellen used to be a massive crypto skeptic, but as of recently, she seems to be a lot more towards pushing towards financial innovation in the cryptocurrency sector. Well, guys, what did Rosie Rios have to say about Gary Gensler? She said, "I adore Gary Gensler," less than a year ago. Guys, what I want to show you is Ripple is actually very tied into the current administration. And if you look at the politics of a lot of people at Ripple, I am actually shocked to see that they are getting any pushback from this administration. Now, guys, we need to wait and see what actually develops here. But based on this quote by Linda P. Jones, in politics, nothing happens by accident. If it happened, you can bet it was planned that way. Well, guys, I want you to think about this. What happens if Ripple wins this case, gets clarity for XRP, and XRP is the only digital currency with certain clarity in the US market, and Ripple can now move forward and land massive bank deals in the United States, and no other cryptocurrency company has that clarity? Well, guys, if that is the case, that would make this entire Ripple SEC lawsuit look a lot more like a show rather than a punishment for Ripple itself. And guys, that would make it look like a plan, and that would make it look like all these connections that happened prior to this case were likely them just setting up the inevitable truth that XRP and Ripple are going to be an integral part of our future financial system. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed this update. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. It really does mean so much. And for now, Mickle out.